Yo, what's up? This your boy Devin G, and welcome back to my channel, man. So, as you guys can see, I am back with another reaction. A donation reaction by my boy Mason. The Rules of Engagement. So, I believe this right here is a military movie, and you guys know I am prior military, so I'm excited about this one. Plus, too, Mason got some pretty good recommendations when it comes to movies. So, do your boy a favor, smash that thumbs up if you feel like it. Also, just so you guys know, I hurt myself in the gym, so I'm going to do my best to get as hyped as possible, but I can't move too much because your boy messed up. I screwed up my back, y'all, so bear with me. But anyway, check this out. I'm going to put the link to my Patreon at the bottom. You guys check that out. So, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy my reaction. Let's get to it. Samuel Jackson and Tommy Lee Jones all in it. I haven't seen Tommy Lee in a movie in a while either. Samuel appealing military guy. This is the first time. He played some good actors, but some good roles, but I never see him do a military role.
I say we go right up the middle. Take it. One around the flag up the hill, the other one right through the swamp. How'd you get the hill? Tails you get the swamp. Flip the mother. See you in Kylo. Alright.
Let's just flip it, dog. Let's just flip it, bro. Walk right past them. That's the only thing about being in enemy territory, man, is they know the whole layout, dog. Tell you what sucks about this is that I assume they think they trying to sneak up on them. They think they have the advantage the whole time. They know they done.
Delta 2, what's your sit rep, over? We got Gibson. Nothing, sir. Delta 1, Delta 2, sit rep, over. 2, 1,
How many of you slumped out here, huh?
They ain't finna say. They prefer to die. They ain't gonna tell them nothing.
Out here! On your life! What's the unit? Let me know! We're out of here! What's in it? Stop to me, goddammit! No, let us!
They'd rather die.
One actual. Where are you?
You know what I was thinking too? I was thinking they had the easy route. The whole time they is surrounded. Can't get good quarters in the...
Tell her son of a get on that radio and pull his men off high. Tell him to break contact and move his men north of Kowloon. I'm not like who ran this shit with you.
That's the only way.
Either you call your men off high as most primitive, or this
That's the only way.
dead in your net. Don't them much
Is he gonna sacrifice him? Is he gonna sacrifice him?
Call your men off high just now. If he does, he can go. He's got my word on that.
Kill your ass. You know he ain't joking. He gonna kill him. Let's see if he gonna keep his word. Let's see if Samuel will keep his word, though. He the last man left.
Break off a pop-up if you're still alive.
Probably.
Got a reprieve, you hear me? You don't get to die today.
That was smart thinking, that man. I bet he's traumatized. He done lost his whole motherfucking team. He's the only person alive. The last man left. Now what if old dude was willing to die? He said he lost him too. Yeah, Peach, I'll be traumatized. I ain't gonna lie to you. 28 years later, they still think about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason we're all here, Colonel Hayes Hodges. He's calling it a career after 32 years of distinguished service.
He deserved this, boy. To stay in after some shit like that.
We got you a gift and a surprise, so don't act like you're not coming up here.
He wants to send me love, he won't be alive. I wonder what's his
You know the story, Hayes. Marine Lieutenant Presley O'Banion defeated the Barbary pirates on the shores of Tripoli in 1805. Out of gratitude, the Pasha gave him the Mameluke sword, and Marine officers have carried one ever since. It's the symbol of a warrior. Riding a desk for the past 28 years, but not because he wanted to. He knows how to fight. It's in his blood.
So, I guess this is his retirement party.
And I will recon the local restaurants in a concerted effort to find out what
he gonna be bored, dog.
eat.
He gonna be bored.
And, of course, I intend to continue serving my country by honorably depleting the trout streams of the southern...
Say fishing.
How's the kid? Smart Hodges.
Oh, well, you know, he studies more than any two people I never seen him.
Got command of the 24th Marine Expeditionary Unit. Special Operations capable.
Congrats. Congrats.
Yeah.
It's outstanding.
All I gotta do is lash them together and take them to sea. You ain't missing nothing, Hodge. It's a whole new ball game.
One guy walks out through a swamp, he gets to come home to a desk. Another guy drives up a hill, he gets to still be doing it all over the flip of the goddamn coin.
You gave good service to the Corps, Hodge. To think otherwise would be just plain crazy. You'd have gotten your command, buddy.
Hey, look, because he ain't lying about a flip of a coin, the roles could have been reversed, just like that. So I guess he did let the guy go. He kept his word.
Terry, we've been ordered to the Arabian Sea, Gulf of Aden. This comes straight down 2nd Division through General Perry. The American embassy at Yemen is surrounded by a crowd of demonstrators. The crowd isn't hostile, but it's large enough to spook their government into pulling their security forces. 24th Marine Expeditionary Unit's gonna provide extra security. We're going to babysit, Colonel.
Roger that.
Just show our presence. Remember, though, if it turns hot, we're looking at an evac. We got an ambassador and his family there. Now, let me run you through this. Here's your potential LZs. Marines at the embassy advise we can gain entrance through the back way. Here's some stairs here where you can deploy your men to the roof, and these are your overwatch positions.
I'll take them in myself, quietly. One platoon, trap team, put everyone else on ready fire.
My thoughts exactly, Colonel.
So this isn't a hostile mission. What is it again? He say not protesters, and they're afraid of some shit like that, or?
Attention. They're trying to get attention so that people will listen to
They
them.
got it. That's the damn show. They got it.
Badgers, this is Lee. Now transformation on me.
Okay, oh, it's Americans over there. That's why they going. That's what it is.
State security analysts are asking for an assessment. Assessment? We get the hell out of here. That's the assessment. They're gonna tough this one out. They're crazy. This is gonna get worse. You tell Mrs. Marine to start packing what she needs. We're going home.
Shall I indicate we're ready to evacuate,
You asked
sir?
them where the hell are those helicopters?
The ambassador wants to know where the choppers are. You heard me? Where the hell are the choppers?
Man wants to jump off and hurry.
There we go. time. Traitor. Got the baby out there and everything.
Wagon wheel, this is Redman. I'm over the embassy.
A gunfight with the baby on top of the fucking roof with them.
Where's the ambassador?
He's in there. Are we leaving?
The heroes are outside, man, but that's up to the ambassador. Stay away from the windows, please. Sir, unless you want to stay around here. No, I want to go. We called hours ago. All right, sir, come to me. Stay calm and come to me. Stay calm, come to me.
They stay low, stay calm. They shoot at me.
Hey, sir, follow Sergeant Matt. Go. What's your name, son? Justin, what's that you got there? Okay. All right, we're going right on a helicopter. You want to bring that with you? Huh? Come on!
You gonna snatch your little ass up real quick. You ain't nothing to down my watch.
Breach the front gate! Tell them to wait out! Roger!
Let's fucking go, bro.
Thank you, Colonel. I'll never forget this.
Mission complete. Mission complete. Now what about the men? Because they getting fucked up.
Negative. Be advised, I have women and children in my line of fire. I got snipers in the...
Man, bruh. They thought like roaches now. Like roaches, but that's fucked up, but shit, they out there protesting.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire, goddammit! Ceasefire! Ceasefire! Let me still be snipers out there! Stay down!
Whew. Whew, I feel them, but damn. I don't know how to feel right now.
Sergeant Mack,
Sir?
contact all stations. Mission complete. Launch medevacs. Dead and wounded out first.
This is war. This is war. Now they tried to kill us. If he didn't make that call, they'd have been dead, for sure.
The FBI investigation shows that all the bullet holes in the embassy wall came from directly across the way, from the snipers.
Any weapons or ammo found among the dead or wounded?
No, sir. Nothing. However, intelligence suggests this could have been a terrorist operation.
Any proof?
This is a tape from the embassy security system.
They better not pull no
No,
bullshit.
I don't want to watch videos, and I don't want to hear about ammo casings in some building, because here
Massacre,
I got 83
But they
dead
didn't say shit
people.
about the Americans.
Unarmed. Women, children, old men. Another 100 or so critically wounded. Here, I've got an international crisis of mega fucking proportions.
Bill, you know that there have been regular reports of a terrorist plot against this embassy.
This was a regularly scheduled protest. It was every week. Like clockwork, the usual bullshit about American presence in the Gulf.
No.
You look...
It wasn't bullshit this time, though. What about your soldiers?
It's not that the rest of the world wants to hold us responsible. We are responsible.
That does not excuse us from our duty, Mr. Sokol. We sent Colonel Childers in there, and the mission went to shit.
Uh-huh.
Now, we can't go after the man who carried out his orders and ignore the people who issued those orders.
Childers ordered the slaughter of innocent women and children. Let's just get that straight right now.
I'll tell you what we ought to get straight. We lost 3 United States Marines.
They lost 83!
There we go.
Now, are we going to go to war with Yemen over it? We're covering our ass all over the Middle East right now, General.
You only lost 3 because he made the call. Only reason is 3, bro.
We're in danger of losing our presence with every moderate in the region. Now, they're going to scream cover up. And the screaming is going to get so loud, we'll be sending Marines back over there. And when that happens, the body count of American dead is going to be a hell of a lot higher than 3.
I see where you're going with this, Mr. Sokol. Now, you be needing me anymore today?
So, is he more concerned about his political position? And what people gonna say to the Americans? That's what I feel like.
Why should the United States be held responsible for the actions of one man?
Wow.
What if the crowd had weapons?
They did.
What if this shows they did fire
They
first?
did.
Look, he could have fired over their heads, this moron! Didn't he know where he was? The Middle East! He could have isolated on the snipers. He could have avoided confrontation. He could have done 50 fucking things.
He went there.
Instead, he destroyed a fragile trust. He put his own men in danger. Fuck this guy. Forget this tape.
Wow.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to testify about it.
He don't want to see the truth. So you don't know what the fuck happened. You want out what the fuck you see in the papers, bro. After all he done done. Oh, man. I can't say he made a bad call, because to me, I done the same thing.
It's my duty to inform you that you've been charged with... You know the drill.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's the Article 32 investigation. You're facing a general court-martial. Been charged with violation of at least 3 articles. Everything from breach of peace to conduct unbecoming. But the bottom line, 83 counts, violation of Article 118, murder. And that you issued an illegal order to have your Marines fire into a group of innocent civilians.
Murder, sir?
I'm the convening authority, so I've got to get this BS out of the way.
That's some bullshit.
Sign here. Initial here. You're not a flight risk, Terry, so there won't be any pre-trial confinement.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm not signing that.
But this court-martial convenes in 8 days by direct order of the National Command Authority. Now, do you want me to call Bob Bennett or one of those guys? Or you want to go with base legal? Terry, goddammit, we've been friends for 20 years.
This bullshit.
Now, you want to tell me exactly what the hell happened out there?
I lost Marines. The crowd was hostile. They fired on us. They fired first, sir.
I want you to know I did everything in the world to keep this from happening. It's just out of my hands now.
Thanks a lot. When's the last time you actually caught something here?
2 years.
Just throwing around, practicing.
I really need your help.
Oh, yeah, I'll help. Anything you need. You want me to take the stand? I'll be a character witness, anything you want.
No, you don't understand what I'm asking. I want you to be my lawyer.
I'm a good enough lawyer to know you need a better lawyer than me. Besides that, I'm short. 2 9 plus 1 wake up and I'm gone. You need one of those Washington cats.
I don't want some Starbucks drinker who's never seen combat. I need somebody who's been shot at.
Oh,
Who'd
yeah.
have been there?
I've been shot at.
Who know what it
That's
takes?
what I am. A shot up Marine.
Who'd have been in a position where they gotta make difficult fucking
As a
decisions?
matter of fact, that's all hell happened.
'Cause that was a hard decision you had to make, but I
No,
agree.
wait a minute. I'm also a weak lawyer. And the government is gonna come at you with every goddamn thing they've got.
Besides the truth.
This is
Slick.
Major Mark Biggs. He'll be prosecuting the Childers court-martial. The Marines put the Major through Stanford Law, and he owes him a couple years before he takes over the rest of the world. Major, of course, you know General Lowry. I'd like you to meet General Joint Chief
This
of
is
Staff,
sickening,
General
bro.
West.
It's in the national interest that this trial be moved along quickly.
The Article 32 investigation was complete and comprehensive. It all seems to point in one direction.
Has he got
What no
himself a
fucking
lawyer yet?
investigation, dude?
Actually, he's requested a military attorney, sir. Colonel Hayes Hodges, 2nd Marine Division Lejeune.
Any relation to General H. Lawrence Hodges?
His son.
Larry Hodges was one of this country's most distinguished officers.
What do we know about Colonel Hayes Hodges?
He's a guy who got blown apart in Vietnam, then went to Georgetown Law and became a cynic. Is that about right, Major?
He was 67th in his class at Georgetown, sir. He doesn't take too many cases, doesn't win too many. He apparently went through an ugly divorce, had a drinking problem, retiring in 2 weeks.
Jesus. Can we guarantee we get this guy?
Sir, if I may say something,
Arrogance.
I am
Go
not
ahead.
a hired gun. I accepted this assignment because I believe in the merits of the government's case. I am not going to stack the deck against this guy. I will try this case on good evidence only.
I'm glad to hear it.
I respect that. He didn't even fucking consider the evidence. He didn't look at the tape. He owed him his life.
You can go.
You can go, goddammit! Go! Dee Dee! Get the fuck out of here before I change my mind! Go, they go.
Okay, so he kept his word.
Go, let's go!
Looks like you're going back to the world, eh?
Need another man on the right flank.
Yeah.
20 meters out there.
Anybody else?
Face out for it. Keep your eyes peeled. Not until you see it.
You know, so after all the Colonel done, they still question his judgment. They weren't even there. They say, fuck him, fuck all of that. Fuck his record.
Well, is he guilty?
Sir?
Your friend, Colonel Childers.
Guilty of what, sir?
Come on, Hayes. You served with him. Is he the rabid dog we've all been hearing about?
I don't think I should comment, sir.
Come on, Dad, this is family. You can lighten up just a little bit, you know?
Rabbit dog.
You know, we said at the Naval Academy, even if you thought you weren't responsible, it went wrong, and you were there.
Since when have you not had a comment?
Since Childers asked me to defend him.
No. Oh, Hayes. Wait, excuse me, are you kidding me?
No.
Why would you do that?
Why not?
Because he asked me and I owe him.
His life.
That's great. That represents everything that's wrong with the military.
Wisdom from the one person in this family who is not elected to serve his country.
They weren't even there.
Childers must have
They
stamped
went out what the fuck
that
was in the
down there.
papers.
I've seen it many times.
What are you, Abraham Lincoln? Come on, you can't hide behind that. The guy murdered innocent women and children.
Where'd you hear that, on television?
Yeah, in the
Hey, come on,
newspapers,
boys.
it's all
It's
over
Mom
the
and Dad's anniversary.
Exactly. You don't know. Read the paper and think you know the fucking facts, but don't know shit. They done tarnished his name. His whole career is going down the fucking drain.
Is this how you want to be remembered?
I don't see how I can turn him down. He saved my life.
I understand that as well as anyone. But you don't repay him by falling senselessly on a grenade. The way I see it, this man should find himself the best damn lawyer in the country.
Somebody better than me. The guy's a real Marine, Dad. I mean, if they can do this to him, just hang him out to dry, they can do it to anybody.
Right.
Forget that he's my friend. They can do it to anybody. And that means that your medals and your citations won't mean jack shit when they come after you.
What now? What's your response? What's your response for that shit?
Testify that he didn't have to open fire, sir. But nobody reports seeing any weapons among the demonstrators. His psych eval was a disaster.
What about footage from the embassy? Cameras, film, videotape, home movies, shit like that?
No. I've subpoenaed everything. The embassy got hit pretty good. Most of it was destroyed.
Terry, you know Tom Chandler? He's gonna help us prepare your case.
Colonel Childers, good to see you again, sir. All right. First, we've...
So who the fuck is he hiding that tape? He don't want the truth to get out.
When I turned 18, I joined the Marine Corps. I asked to be in the infantry. I asked to go to Vietnam.
Terry?
I live for the privilege of commanding troops. I think it's the greatest honor an American can have.
Terry.
You know how many birthdays and Christmases I missed spent rotting in jungles or in the desert just so you could play war at ROTC?
Childers!
We don't have anybody to back up your case.
Whether you like it or not, the military has changed.
Let's get a complete history of Colonel Childers. I mean, talk to every Marine he ever served with. My guess is this has happened before.
We have to be careful here. This guy's the warrior's warrior. A Navy Cross, 2 Silver Stars for composure in battle. There's no wife, no kids, just the call. He was our best. That's why he was sent. He's not on trial for the good service he gave the country, but for what he did on the wall in Yemen, period.
Major, nobody wants to say it. But it occurs to me we're trying to set an example here. So let's set it and show the world we mean business. And the first charge supports the death penalty. And I say we go for it.
No more death. I'll see that he never gets another command, and I'll put him in jail, but I will not seek death for a man who served this country honorably. I don't want it brought up again.
I ain't gonna lie, I like him, man. He by the book. I wonder what he gonna do if he find that tape.
Whether a man is charged with murder or hailed as a hero is sometimes a very thin line. So, our case is this. Childers receives orders that a regularly scheduled lawful protest outside our embassy in Yemen is unruly.
Of course, show the kids.
Secure or evacuate the premises.
Of course, show the kids.
There has been no violence prior to his arrival. Once there, Ambassador Moraine does not feel the situation warrants evacuation. Childers ignores him.
There was sniper fire.
They draw fire from snipers across the street. Childers retaliates into an unarmed crowd in front of the embassy.
The
a crowd of women and
ambassador,
children.
because he owed him one.
Shot the wrong people.
The ambassador, he could save his ass because he was there. That's the ace in the hole right there. He can't control himself.
You ever play blackjack, Colonel?
Not really.
I saw your man on television knocking some zit-faced kid around.
You have to understand the kind of pressure Colonel Childers has been under, a man with that kind of service. No.
They ain't gonna show the truth.
What do you think would happen if a Yemeni killed 83 Americans? You'd have a trial that would last for one day and they'd take off his head. Have a seat, Colonel. So here it is. You plead him out, guilty. He throws himself at the mercy. We'll help him out at sentencing.
How much help?
What about the man that he saved?
I'm not about to promise you anything, but I'd say in the neighborhood
There
of
should
10
be
to
so
15
many people willing
out
to
of
help
7.
testify for him.
Major, do you know what the life expectancy was for a second lieutenant dropped into a combat zone in Vietnam in 1968?
I don't have time for 20 questions, sir.
And what's all this shit about the odds of winning at blackjack? You got time. Take a guess.
To waste my time, I'll waste yours.
My guess is your man's going down because he deserves to go down. 2 weeks. Life expectancy of a second lieutenant in combat in Vietnam was 2 weeks.
Sir, I need more time to prepare this case. I need your permission to go to Yemen.
It's all here, Hodge. We did an exhaustive Article 32 investigation.
This thing happened in Yemen, sir. It's 3,000 miles away. I need more time.
Colonel, it's all here. We had it brought here from Yemen, and it's not unusual to convene a court-martial on this short of notice.
There can be witnesses or something the investigators overlook, sir. Don't you think Colonel Childers is entitled?
Colonel Hodges.
All consideration, sir?
I don't care if you go to China. We have our marching orders, and this court-martial will convene at 0900 a week Monday now. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Just talk to the ambassador, bro. That'll solve all of this up, because obviously his soldiers ain't supporting him, but they piece of shit ass. Not only alive because of him.
No, shit. It's okay. It's okay. I wouldn't. No, I know.
Grab the gun first. Grab the gun first. Why you with the alcohol first? That's backwards.
No, I'm not gonna shit you. They offered us a deal.
A man who gave his life to the Corps.
He played guilty. It's 10 to 15
Just
years.
throwing his ass like a fucking bus.
What do you think? I think they're out to crucify you. For a whole lot of reasons. I say we take it and call it back.
If you don't believe
I
he gets
did what they asked me to do, Hodge. I lost Marines over there. If I'm guilty of this, I'm guilty of everything I've done in combat for the last 30 years.
10 toes down, and I agree with him. Absolutely agree with him.
We got pretty shot up. We're moving the new one to a bunker outside the city behind about a mile of barbed wire, sir.
You want me to come with you, sir? Negative. Stay with the vehicle. Meet me at the hotel.
I can't believe this shit. They said they fired first. It wasn't hostile until they started shooting first. It's like just because he lost his fucking mind. There's one left. That camera ain't shut out, which means there's some footage. Look at that. But it was peaceful. A burned American flag. Burned up cars and all that shit. Come on, man. I guess they're gonna say that the Americans done all of that. There's a tape. Come on, bro. No, there's a tape somewhere. There is definitely some footage. Just gotta find it.
Armed American Marines, they were shooting at his people. They were just trying to defend themselves.
Is he saying the Marine shot first?
تقول أن المارينز هم البادئين بإطلاق النار؟
Why were your police officers ordered to abandon the embassy in Medellin?
أخذنا كل شيء بقي هناك ولم نجد أي سلاح.
No. They picked up everything there was left. No weapons.
Lies. Strictly lies. All lies, dog. You're an attorney. You're a lawyer. You can sense a liar. I don't see anybody that's telling the truth. I don't see that happening, man. Besides the security guard that was outside protecting the embassy. But I'm sure he did. He mind his own business and they hostile and shit. Now he's running for his fucking life. What if people on the side of he needs protection? I get why they upset because they just lost 83 people, but look at y'all don't want to start up this shit.
You speak English? You're a very pretty girl.
Katzin!
Is that your name? Katzin?
May I help you?
Yeah. Just wondering what happened to her.
She lost her leg. Who are you?
I'm a lawyer with the United States Marine Corps. What happened?
Marine lawyer?
Yeah.
Follow me, please.
You know what? And that's the parents' fault. They shouldn't have their fucking kids out there. It's the parents' fault. You gonna protest and the shit went hostile. It's y'all fault. Protect y'all fucking kids. Don't bring y'all kids out there. Simple.
Our hospitals like this all over the city. Most of the people here will die.
His life.
Do you want something to drink?
See, he's merciful for sure. Uh-oh, she could be drinking.
What's wrong with you? Get yourself a new lawyer, you son of a bitch. You lied to me. I could not find one goddamn witness. I couldn't find one goddamn shred of evidence. Not for our side, anyway. You clearly opened up on those people. What were they? Ragheads? Camel jockeys? Or fucking gooks?
You through?
Wow.
Yeah.
Insult me?
Get up.
I'm with him. Come on.
Come on, get
Walk
up.
into my fucking house and insult me?
Look at you. You went all the way to Yemen. All you proved is you're still a drunk. You know what your problem is? You never measured up to your old man, but I can't help you with that.
I'm there. Find fault in your client. I'm your client. Went up there and saw some shit dog and painted your own picture. Knock his ass out. Send him on his way.
Stop this shit before somebody gets hurt.
That's friends for you, boy. Beat each other ass and start laughing at the end. Did he knock his ass sober though?
I'll tell you the first thing I felt. Joy. Elation. Glad to be alive. Glad it wasn't me, and I goddamn fucking hate myself for feeling it.
That wasn't your fault.
When did you...
That's why I started drinking. That's why. That makes sense.
I need a Hail Mary.
Send him in. I just want to make sure we're on the same page here. Off the record.
Of course, Bill.
Now, you didn't see any weapons in that crowd, did you?
Well, there was some shooting, but I couldn't be sure exactly where it was coming from.
They got him too.
That's going to be a problem. Because we can't get on the stand and waffle about the charges.
Waffle, Bill.
Well, in your mind, Childers was responsible for this incident, wasn't he?
Well, I wasn't exactly there. I'd already evacuated. You have to remember, he saved my life and my family. This all happened after.
Does that mean the United States is going to have to take the fall for what he did?
I don't understand.
You know the truth.
The investigating team didn't find any weapons in the crowd.
Well, that's because they weren't there until the following day. The Yemeni government cleaned up the scene, but unfortunately that's not something we can prove.
Nor can I testify about it. It all happened afterward.
Yeah, but you can testify about Childers' frame of mind, his behavior while you were there.
What? You asked him to
Saved my
lie.
life.
You asked him to lie.
Surely this will all come down to what the tape shows.
The tape's inconclusive. Hodges subpoenaed it, of course, but it was a faulty recording.
Get the You know what's up.
If Childers isn't held totally responsible, then the United States will be. And just guess where the finger is eventually going to point.
Me?
Where else? Now, do you want to face a congressional inquiry over this? Put your career at risk?
He know what's up.
Thank you.
Lie. This is blackmail. Blackmail. What are you gonna do? Oh shit. Motherfucker. Burn the fucking tape. Burn the fucking tape. So he's the only one who know the truth. So who is it? It's only down to the ambassador. He wasn't there, but he knew it was hostile before he got there. He knows shit. He knew where the fucking bullets were coming from. Because they were shooting before they even arrived.
Why did a well-trained fighting unit have to slaughter unarmed men, women, and children when their orders were simply to protect and, if necessary, evacuate the embassy? The answer is they didn't. They were ordered to open fire, and that order came from one man, Colonel Terry Childers, who stands trial here today. A day of sadness, a day when America has to accept responsibility for its failures and its mistakes, as well as its glories. We will show you that the accused, through his mindset and his actions, ignored the rules of engagement and went far beyond the scope of his authority to intentionally order the murder of 83 innocent people.
He looked like a rookie. That ain't good.
I was the last one to enter the courtroom this morning. I was late. I was late because I was in the head. I was in the head because I was throwing up.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Man, this is not a good start.
I believe that Colonel Childers is innocent of these charges. I took this case because Terry Childers told me I would have done precisely the same thing he did if I'd been in his shoes. I took the case because I know Terry Childers. His word is his bond. He told me he did what he had to do. Now I hope I don't let him down. We sent Terry Childers out on a very tough mission. When it went bad, he did everything he could to save the lives of his Marines, save the lives of the embassy people. We turn around now and want to blame the whole mess on him. Send him to prison, possibly, for the rest of his life. That's not fair.
At all. He gladly accepted the fucking mission. Gladly.
A lot of commotion. The noise was very unsettling. But it was a peaceful crowd. That is until Colonel Childers arrived and prevented me from pursuing further avenues of diplomacy.
Did Colonel Childers force you to leave the embassy?
Yes, he charged in. He started pushing us around. He physically restrained me from doing my job.
What was his state of mind at this time?
He was in a fury. He was disrespectful to me and my family. It was almost, how should I say, a murderous rage.
Do you remember what he said?
I remember he said something like, diplomacy is bullshit at this point, and that nobody fucks with the American flag. Those were his words.
She know, come on. It's all on her face. All on her face. Lying piece of shit. I thought he was the ace in the hole, but he a piece of shit too.
Would you have expected Colonel Childers to surrender to the attacking crowd or to fight them?
I would have expected neither. The colonel should have let me address the crowd, then he could have withdrawn his Marines.
Would you have expected him to hold his fire as he withdrew, even if he were taking casualties?
To the extent possible.
So your order would have been hold your fire to the extent possible, Marines, and to the extent not possible, fire away. Ambassador. This photograph is Exhibit C.
Hope they get his ass too. Ring his monkey ass too for lying on the fucking stand.
Is it mounted on the roof of the embassy, and is it pointed directly down to where the crowd had gathered?
I would suppose so.
Is it in operation 24 hours a day?
I suppose so.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you suppose there is a taping system attached to this camera?
Your Honor.
Colonel.
Yes.
Where's the tape?
It's my understanding that if there were tapes, undamaged tapes, that had been sent to the State Department.
Undamaged tapes?
Well, There was destruction and looting after the killing.
As you withdrew from the embassy, did you remember to take the American flag with you? Remember to take the American flag, sir?
American flag with you.
Of course.
Where is that
You
flag
lying
now?
bitch!
I brought it home and returned it to the State Department.
It was shot to shreds, wasn't it?
By the snipers, yes.
You lying fuck. Oh man, how could he sit right there allowing to stand? Like it ain't nothing either. And the wife just, wow man. So he's saying, in the midst of all that, he had the courage to go outside and get the flag. Wow.
I feel terrible about what happened to Colonel Childers.
Can you tell me that he manhandled your family? Or that he prevented your husband from doing his job, ma'am? Can you tell me that?
No. As far as I'm concerned, he behaved quite honorably.
Will you testify to that?
Hell no, she ain't gonna do that. She ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna do it.
My husband's a good man.
So is Colonel Childers.
I've been married for 10 years. You're asking me to throw that away in an afternoon.
Your husband, and you, and your son owe your lives to Colonel Terry Childers.
That's a fact. Y'all will not be allowed to do one for that.
Priorities, Colonel.
Get the
I can subpoena you, ma'am.
Please don't. Don't put me up there. I'm a very credible witness. Now, if you'll excuse me.
These people.
You won't tell the truth if I put you on the stand.
I don't know what the truth is. Colonel Childers is on trial for what he did outside the embassy. I wasn't there. Were you?
He didn't ask you about that. He asked you about being manhandled. Did he come in like he lost his fucking mind? I'm not asking you to lie.
You were on the roof of the embassy, were you not?
Yes, I was.
Colonel Childers ordered you to open fire immediately after Sergeant Richard Krasovich was shot. Is that correct?
Yes.
But Sergeant Krasovich was not shot by the demonstrators, was he?
Objection. How can we know the exact firing position of the bullet that killed Sergeant Krasovich?
Sustained. Counsel refrained from leading the witness.
Did you, at any time, receive gunfire from within the demonstration itself?
I can't remember any fire from the demonstrators. To my knowledge, that is, sir.
You killed the wrong people, didn't you? You should have been firing at the snipers across the way. Isn't that correct?
I can't answer where.
Objection calls for speculation.
Sustained.
You shot at people who were demonstrating peacefully, who were not using deadly force.
Your Honor, that's not in
Come on,
evidence
bro.
here.
Sustained, Major. I'm not going to warn you again.
He's trying to force the ass out of him. Force his ass to lie.
What were the words Colonel Childers used when he ordered you to fire on the demonstrators?
I don't remember the exact words, sir. He ordered me to open fire.
When you obeyed Colonel Childers' order to open fire, did you believe it to be a lawful order?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, it would have been your duty to disobey, is that right?
Yes, sir.
I respect. Okay. He ain't lying. He ain't lied yet.
It's their fire.
Absolutely, sir. It went completely quiet.
And it would seem then that the two groups were actually one, working together, wouldn't it?
Objection. Counsel is drawing a conclusion for the witness.
Sustained.
Were you in a position to observe Colonel Childers when everyone was evacuated?
Yes, I was.
What was the last thing you saw him do?
He went to the flagpole.
Then what did he do?
He took down the American flag.
Was he
Motherfucker.
personally under
Got him.
heavy fire at that time?
Yes, sir.
No more questions.
Yes.
Was the point of greatest concern the crowd below or the snipers across the way?
Shit, you were fucked either way.
I would have to say the snipers.
Did you feel an immediate mortal danger from the crowd as a whole?
I don't understand.
You don't understand.
No, sir.
Hell, you were fucked either way, bruh. The snipers or the crowd. Either way.
Were you
Can you
more
answer that
worried you'd
question?
be killed by these people or by these people?
I don't know, sir. I wasn't thinking about that. Have you ever been under fire,
You didn't
sir?
see the crowd firing, but you did take fire from the snipers. Is that correct?
That's a fucked up question to have to ask, boy.
I found an audio cassette on the floor of your clinic. It's marked Exhibit R. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I found another one inside the embassy. In fact, I found several others. They're all marked Exhibit R. Translate the writing on the outside of that cassette, please.
Declaration of Islamic Jihad against the United States.
Will you translate the words you hear on this audio cassette for the court, please?
What do you got?
Dr. Alma.
What did it say?
We call on every Muslim who believes in God and hopes for reward to obey God's command.
Dr. Almar, does it say what God's command is?
To kill Americans and plunder their possessions wherever he finds them.
What you? He looked disgusted. He looked disgusted. Don't look stressed.
To kill Americans is a duty. Is that what it says?
Dr. Arma, in your opinion, is this propaganda representative of that demonstration?
No. I'm not a member of Islamic Jihad. The crowd was singing songs.
Why are you getting upset? Why are you getting upset?
Your reaction when you learned that Colonel Childers had been selected to lead this mission?
I was very pleased. The colonel had a distinguished record. He's a nationally renowned
How did you
warrior.
define his mission?
Well, we wanted to increase security, but frankly, if things got at all threatening, we wanted an evacuation.
So you weren't looking for confrontation?
That's what we wish to avoid at all costs.
I want him to trick his ass up.
We operated on the information we had at the time.
I have here a State Department report from Yemen. Exhibit M. Will you read
He
the
done his
underlined
homework.
sections for the court?
He done
please?
his homework.
January 25th, grenade thrown at police car. January 27th, 16 Western tourists abducted by fundamentalist group.
Go on, please.
So don't read the half. Read the whole thing.
Explodes in a car parked near a school. February 20th, stun grenade thrown at newspaper kiosk near a police station. March 13th, a military officer is seriously wounded by Yemen's first
What are you finna do?
donkey bomb.
Go find pull out the shit about him that's in the paper? Combat it with that, huh?
Dated 17 November. It's from the ambassador to you. Will you read this for the court, please?
Please, we must revisit our previous conversation in that the security measures we have taken are still inadequate for the protection of our mission to Yemen. You have to understand that when I received this letter...
Now, there are there
Does that
cameras?
explain?
Yes.
Are they designed to observe and record activities in the public spaces outside the embassy?
Yes.
Where are the tapes?
Yeah, it's my understanding the embassy was looted. Maybe the cameras were destroyed.
Stop lying, man. He know there's a tape. Because there's a camera that's not fucked up.
Court. It's a picture of a camera on the embassy roof. Does it appear to be damaged?
No.
Where are the tapes?
I don't know.
Don't you think the United States owes it to Colonel Childers for 30 years of service to find that tape and produce it here?
Objection, we don't know anything about any tapes. This is pure speculation.
Sustained. This is a shipping manifest. It's Exhibit O. There's a list of items that were removed from the embassy during the evacuation and shipped to
Is
the
there a
State
tape?
Department. Will you read line 6, please?
Is there a tape?
Videotape from security camera, VHS 1.
Are you too busy looking at those tapes you just...
Where is it at?
Objection, Your Honor. He's
Where is it
badgering
at?
the National Security Advisor.
Sustained, counsel. Please proceed carefully.
Where are those tapes?
It says on the manifest, but it ain't here, huh?
The
It's
tape
just
that can
disappeared.
exonerate my client is missing.
I don't think it's funny at all,
Mr.
Colonel.
Sokol, withholding evidence is a very serious crime.
Objection.
Sustained, counsel. Rephrase.
How you gonna beat that?
All materials in my possession to Major Biggs.
If those tapes showed a nice, happy crowd of peaceful demonstrators, we'd be looking at them right now, wouldn't we?
Objection, Your Honor. This is contempt.
Colonel, this is your last one.
There was a new security system. The cameras were pointed down at the crowd. Tapes
Pressure.
were recorded, and those tapes were sent
That
to
pressure.
the State Department. Why are those tapes not here?
Objection, Your Honor. I've seen no such tapes.
So if he ain't see it, then what? He itching? He knows something up.
Here is today's Washington Post. Will you read these headlines that I've underlined from today's Metro section?
Agent kidnapper killed in rescue of businessman's son. Officer chases truck driver, fires 38 times. Husband shoots wife.
Mr. Sokol, does this random, unfortunate news mean we should allow Colonel Childers and his troops loose in Washington, D.C.? Don't answer that. Thank you, Mr. Sokol.
So, if there was a tape in the manifest, he got everything else but that tape? Come on, man. Sum up. He's still saluting the flag. Represented the same country who's trying to throw him under the bus.
Thank you, Colonel. I'll never forget this.
Liar. Fucking liar. He made the right call. He made the right call, for sure. The same kids that's injured with shooting.
Engage hostile targets as they appear. Waste the motherfuckers!
They wasted. Shot their ass. Dome. He absolutely made the right call. 100%. Play big boy game. Shit. Get big boy prizes.
Why didn't you fire at the snipers in the buildings instead of at the crowd below?
Because I believe we were in greater danger from the crowd.
Was that crowd firing at you?
Yes.
The demonstrators in front of the building were firing at you in addition to the snipers.
Yes.
Why didn't anybody else see that crowd firing?
Well, my men were undercover on the roof, except for Sergeant Krasovich, who was on an observation post.
And why isn't he here testifying on your behalf today?
Because he was killed in action. He died in my arms.
So you were the only man left in a position to observe that. Where else have you been in combat, Colonel?
Vietnam, Beirut, Panama, Persian Gulf.
Everywhere.
Do you remember the citation that accompanied that medal?
For conspicuous gallantry in the face of great personal danger, reflecting great credit upon himself, the United States Marine Corps, and the Naval Service.
Could this have been motivated by a desire for retaliation?
I was
For what?
protecting my men.
What, payback?
This is Exhibit F. Will you please read the following to the panel?
Rules of engagement governing ground conflict in urban areas. 1. If possible, the enemy will be warned first, then asked to surrender.
He said I know by heart.
Colonel,
I ain't gotta
did
read the
you warn
paper.
the enemy?
We arrived in helicopters. We were standing that roof armed.
Did you warn them, either with shots into the air or by a loudspeaker? Did you ask them to surrender?
No.
I'm sorry. No, you did not warn the crowd.
Yes. No, I did not warn the crowd.
Oh, continue, Colonel. You seem to know them by heart.
Deadly force is the last resort.
Go on.
3. When possible, try to arrange for the evacuation of civilians prior to any U.S. attack.
Did you do that, Colonel? Try to evacuate the innocent people before you slaughtered them?
Objection, that is inflammatory. Rephrase, Major.
Did you try, following Section C of the Rules of Engagement for Ground Conflict in Urban
Yeah,
Areas, to
fucking
evacuate innocent
Dig
civilians?
some shit, blind fucker.
No.
He should. Did you go through the crowd and pick out the innocents before firing the pond? Basically, did you ask these hostiles to stop shooting before we shoot back? Get the fuck out of here.
Did you have to repeat your orders to Captain Lee?
Sorry?
You ordered Captain Lee to engage hostile targets, and he advised you that there were women and children in the line of fire. Is that correct?
Well, he couldn't see.
Yes or no, Colonel? Did he follow your first set of orders?
I don't remember.
Captain Lee is on record as saying he hesitated and mentioned the snipers in the buildings. Is his testimony accurate?
I don't remember.
Let me get this straight. You evacuate the ambassador. You go back to the roof. 2 of your Marines are KIA. A third, Sergeant Krasovich, dies. You give your captain an order which he doesn't follow. In fact, he questions. And then you said...
Probably question because he saw kids, but kids was firing too. You want me to kill these kids who trying to kill us?
You don't remember what you said next.
It was combat, not some training
A
exercise.
moment later, your men were shooting. What did you say to make that happen?
I don't know.
You must have said something. Captain Lee
He's trying to
reversed
push his
himself.
buttons.
What did you say?
I don't know the exact words.
Let me hear.
Your Honor.
You said waste the motherfuckers, didn't you?
No.
You didn't say it?
Well, it all happened so fast.
You're under oath, Colonel.
That don't mean shit. Everybody else said lied under fucking oath.
This is Exhibit Q, a tape recording made aboard the USS Wake Island of all radio communications received that day. Your Honor, with your permission, I would like to play this tape.
Well, if you got it on tape, then that's what I said. They were killing my Marines, so yeah, I said it. Waste the motherfuckers.
Are these the motherfuckers?
Objection. Overruled.
Yes.
These?
Objection.
Yep.
Yes.
These?
Objection.
Yes.
Overruled.
Yes.
The same motherfuckers who were shooting at us.
You
Now
think
what?
there's a script for fighting a war without pissing somebody off? Follow the rules and nobody gets hurt? Yes, innocent people probably died. Innocent people always die. But I did not exceed my order.
There are rules, and Marines are sworn to uphold them.
I was not going to stand by and see another Marine die just to live by those fucking rules.
Colonel!
I'm with him, bro. I'm with him, dog. I'm with him. Cause we all be fucking dead.
Your Honor, I request a recess.
Major?
You didn't think that was important.
Well, why didn't you know about the goddamn recording? You're supposed to know everything you
I had
know.
1 week to prepare this case. I just didn't realize what a fuck up I'm doing.
Yeah, well, now you know.
This is gonna take us both days, you know?
Yeah? How's that work, Hayes? You gonna spend the rest of your life in prison, too?
You going back out fishing. You going back out fishing. I'm going to jail for doing the right thing. For saving American soldiers. Defending our fucking country.
Your Honor, the government calls Colonel Bin Lee Cow as a rebuttal witness.
Objection, Your Honor. What are the grounds for this rebuttal witness to be allowed?
Who is Colonel Bin Lee Cow?
He was a North Vietnamese colonel who fought against Colonel Childers at the Battle of Kowloon. What he has to say directly refutes statements made by Colonel Childers.
When was the Battle of Kowloon?
1968.
Your Honor, this is uncharged misconduct. It is not allowable under military law.
Well, how do you know this witness is going to charge misconduct?
Well, I'm
He knows because he was at the Battle of Kowloon.
Is that true?
Yes, sir.
On what grounds are you calling a witness?
Colonel Hodges made Colonel Childers' combat experience part of his defense. Furthermore, Colonel Childers testified that he never shoots unarmed people. My witness has an important perspective on that statement.
I'm going to allow the witness.
Who is this? Oh, shit! Did he just throw himself under the bus? Did he just fuck up? This is the guy he let go.
And nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
You please station.
Oh, shit.
My name is Bin Lee Cow.
He shot the other guy.
In 1968, you were a colonel
Fuck.
with the North Vietnamese Army, B-3 Regiment, involved in a fight with American Marines at Kowloon in the Guangxi province.
We were aware that a small units of Americans were near my company of men.
Do you recognize this man?
Yes,
Did he capture you and your radio operator that day?
yes,
Did he remove your weapons and place you under armed guard?
yes,
Did you consider yourself a prisoner of war?
yes,
Did he execute your radio operator?
yes,
You personally saw him shoot a fellow prisoner of war.
yes,
Where did he shoot him?
in the head.
Thank you. No further questions.
Were your men annihilating that platoon of Marines?
Yes,
Did Colonel Childers force you to call your men off?
yes,
Do you believe his actions were calculated to save the lives of American Marines?
yes,
Would you have done the same thing Colonel Childers did if the situation had been reversed?
Don't lie.
Colonel Cow, would you have shot the captive American radio operator in the head if you thought it would persuade Colonel Childers to spare the lives of your own men?
yes.
See, I done the same thing.
No more questions?
This court is in recess until tomorrow at 0900. We will hear closing arguments.
You know what the fuck he had to do? That's just that.
He would also have you believe that there is a videotape proving this to be true, exonerating Colonel Childers. There is no evidence exonerating Colonel Childers. Is he capable of ordering the execution of innocent men and women? Is he capable of executing POWs with his own hand?
Is he just a murderer, basically, who can't be controlled?
Colonel Childers' barbarism firsthand. Colonel Childers' own admission that his desire was to waste them, regardless of who they were. None of us wants to do this, but you've heard the facts, and it is unavoidable. As Marines, we do not get the luxury of covering up our mistakes.
Look, I respect him more. To not yell out and say bullshit.
Sovereign United States territory as much as if it were in Ohio or Maryland. Colonel Childers didn't volunteer to go over there. He was ordered to go over there because he was the best man for the job. We armed him, we trained him, we sent him over there to risk his life to save other Americans, and then ask him not to return fire. There are over 300 bullet holes in this building. Colonel Childers didn't open fire, he returned fire.
Facts.
He waited until he saw that crowd holding weapons. Only then did he order his men to return fire. Under the rules of engagement, a civilian pointing a weapon is no longer a civilian, and the use of deadly force is authorized in order to save lives. I have shown you that tape was delivered to the State Department. Do you believe that tape got up and walked out of the State Department?
Just vanished. It just vanished.
National Security Advisor, Mr. Sokol, has brought dishonor into this court. They cannot prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he's guilty. 32 years of heroism as a United States Marine. Regardless of what you decide here, Colonel Childers' career as a Marine is over. He will never again command men in combat. The ambassador and his family are alive today because of him, and I know how the ambassador feels because Colonel Childers saved my life too. I'm alive today only because of him. My son is sitting in this courtroom because of him. Call it murder for firing back when fired upon, to call it murder for saving the lives of his countrymen under the most extreme of circumstances, that's my fellow Marines. That's hanging him out to dry. It's worse than leaving him wounded on a battlefield. That is something you do not do if you are a United States Marine.
How you gonna combat that? I'm sorry, combat. How you gonna combat that shit? Those are facts. There's a tape there. That was a tape and evidence. Everything there but that fucking tape. Suspicious, ain't it?
I'm very glad that I don't have to sit on that panel right now, son. You made it awful tough on them.
Send him in. No matter what happens to Terry Childers tomorrow, I'm not gonna leave this job until I find out what happened to that tape. Good. Think it'll ever turn up?
No. Well, then there's nothing more for us to talk about, is there?
You ever had a pissed off Marine on your ass?
Is that a threat?
Always.
Say yes it is. Yes. Yes it is.
Has the panel reached a verdict?
We have, sir.
Colonel Terry L. Childers, this court-martial finds as follows. On the charge of breach of peace, the court finds the defendant guilty. On the charge of conduct unbecoming an officer, the court finds the defendant not guilty. On the charge of murder, the court finds the defendant not guilty.
Oh! Oh! Oh, boy. Yeah, buddy.
I need one more favor.
Yeah.
Teach me how to fly fish.
You are well aware that I know shit about fly fishing.
Duty repaid, boy. He repaid his debt.
You realize in light of Colonel Cow's testimony, we'll be pushing for charges under Carl Innocent.
That was 30 years ago. You're gonna have a hard time finding witnesses. If you can tell me right now what the life expectancy was for a second lieutenant dropped into a hot LZ in Vietnam in 1968, I'll tell you everything I remember about Carl. 1 week. Negative. 16 minutes. 16 fucking minutes. That's all I remember.
Wow. See, 16 minutes. So he did what he had to do. We were enemies at that time and shit. I done the same thing. Respect. Resigned. Yes! Got they stupid ass. Mason, dog, you know how to pick him, bro. This shit was good, man. They tried to frame him for killing 83 innocent people, dog. Even after they had the fucking evidence. So, I guess the reason he did not want the evidence to surface was because he didn't want the United States to look bad, or it was going to mess up his political position. Why did he lie? And you know what was so fucked up is that everything that he done didn't mean nothing. His 30-some years of service didn't mean shit. 30 plus years of honorable service didn't mean nothing. How could the ambassador go on a stand and lie under oath after he done saved your life and your family? It then said you had the guts to go out there and retrieve the flag. What he said was that they weren't taking fire, but the flag had holes in it. I remember saying that the ambassador was going to be his ace in the hole. And make it make sense. Everything comes back besides that tape. That don't seem fishy. I do believe that the attorney that was going against Tommy Lee Jones, I do believe that if he'd have found that tape, then he would have taken that case. Because he seemed honorable. Anyway, man, thank you, Mason, for your donation, man. I hope you guys enjoy my reaction. Give your boy a thumbs up, like, share, and comment. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.